Hello, welcome back. We are going to stretch out your hands, your forearms, and the space between your shoulder blades. So let's start with your hands. Take your right hand up, fingers are spread to start, and then you're just going to make a number 3. Put your pinky down, thumb on top, and then use your opposite hand to pull back the 3 fingers. Release. Ring finger comes down, thumb on top of the nail, pull back. You just repeat again. Middle finger comes down, pull back. Index finger comes down, pull back. Release. Now just the thumb by itself, and then you're going to wiggle your 4 fingers. Make a small fist, and then you kind of dip your fist down, stretching out the top of the hand. All right, release. Roll the wrist. Wrists do not really roll. They're a hinge joint, but it feels good. Okay, palm faces the screen, fingers down towards the mat. Opposite hand pulls back those fingers again. Okay, to stretch a little deeper, you're now going to turn the palm away, or keep the palm turned away from you, and you're going to place the palm down on, oh, you can't see me. You're going to place the palm down on the floor to stretch out your forearm. Now, a lot of people can't get their palm all the way down on the floor. Don't force it. You'll feel a nice stretch. That's all further you need to go. However, there's going to be a few of you that are hyperextend. So your palm will come all the way down, and your elbow kind of pokes out forward. So what you need to do to feel that stretch is put your palm down, but bend your elbow towards your body. So no matter where you are, we're now going to release. So you're going to peel up your hand, roll it out. You feel the difference between the left and right hand and forearm? Right? It feels pretty good. Too much texting, too much typing, it gets all these muscles tight. Get tight hands, tight forearms. You end up usually with a tight neck. Okay, opposite hand. Number 3, pull back. I had to itch my nose. All right, ring finger comes down, pull back. Middle finger, pull back. Ow. That's tight. Index finger, pull back. Thumb by itself, wiggle the remaining 4 fingers, make a small fist, dip, turn the knuckles down, be gentle with yourself. Oh, I do feel that on the back of my wrist. Okay, we're going to release, roll, reverse. We're going to turn the palm towards the screen, fingers down, gently pull back. Okay, continue a little deeper if you'd like. Palm down. Don't be surprised if one side was a little bit harder than the other. Usually one side's easier to do. Okay, we're going to peel up the fingers and release. Okay, another one for our forearms. We're going to place the palms together in namaste hands. And you want to make sure your elbow is in line with your wrist. So this would be incorrect. This is correct. And you're going to guide your elbow away from you. Okay. Don't twist your body. So you stay square to the forward. Your shoulders stay square. And you just guide the elbow. You're going to go back to center and over to the other side. If you still don't feel anything, look down and see if you can line up your thumbs with your armpit. And we'll just do a couple more on each side. Okay. Release. And now we're going to stretch out the space between your shoulder blades. Before we do that, let's warm up just a little bit with some shoulder rolls. So rolling both shoulders up to your ears, back, down like you have to put your shoulder blades in your back pocket. Forward, up to your ears, back, in the back pocket. A few more. My shoulder blades are so crunchy sounding. Okay, let's reverse. Okay, back again. Nice. Okay, feet come in front of you. So if you are seated in a chair, you're going to need to come down to the floor on this one. Okay, feet come in front of you, knees are bent. Right hand goes to the floor, pick up your right foot, and the sole of the foot faces the screen. Okay, so right hand to the floor, right foot. Left hand is going to go around and hold on to the pinky toe side of your feet. Foot. That's not a feet, that's a foot. And you're going to push very gently the foot away from you towards the screen. And at the same time, you're pulling back on the foot, so there's some resistance. If you do not feel a stretch, you can try a few different variations. For example, you can open the leg away from the body. You want I'm going to turn so you can see me. You want this knee to stay bent the whole time. This is not a yoga pose, it's a stretch. So we're not too worried about alignment. In fact, the worse your alignment is, probably the better you can feel the stretch. So I usually hunch forward quite a bit. I turn my head to the left. You can almost take your foot to the floor without touching. So feel free to kind of move around until you feel a nice stretch in the upper back. Last breath. Okay, we're going to release. Maybe roll the shoulders out a little bit. And by the way, if you don't feel a stretch, I'm jealous, because that means you don't have tight rhomboids. My rhomboids are the space between my shoulder blades are so tight. Before I found this stretch, I used to beg people, like my husband, like, please stick your elbow in there, right? Too much information. Okay, left hand to the floor, left foot up. We're repeating on the other side. Right hand wraps around the foot. I'm going to turn this way this time. Push the foot away, pull back. This is my tight side. Make it your own. Couple more breaths. Okay. Let's gently release. Maybe roll out the shoulders. And now that we made space between the shoulder blades, we're going to draw them together. So you're going to bring the hands behind you, interlace your fingers, straighten your elbows, and your knuckles are going downward toward the floor. They might go outward a little. That's fine too. Try to stay tall in your vertebrae. You don't want to slouch forward or around your back. Last breath. Please release carefully. Don't let your arms fling out. So you're going to bring the hands down to the body, bend the elbows, soften the shoulders, and then release. So I want to show you what not to do. If you're here and you just let your hands fling apart, in fact, I'm too scared to do it. I'm afraid I'll hurt myself. But if you were just to fling them out, you could actually injure your shoulder. So always come out of a shoulder opener carefully. That's all. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.